All right, we're gonna get through this page today. I think all we have to really do is speech bubbles on this panel, and on the next panel we got to do the whole thing, but it's only got very minimal speech bubbles, so we're gonna get done with it pretty quick. I'm also in class, so tonight, in fact in just a couple of hours, I will be in class. Okay, so what I'm doing right here is lining up my speech so that the panel is going to form part of the bubble. And the same here. So this line will also form part of this bubble, and this line top will form part of this bubble. I could even do it where it's in the corner and I get both lines, so that's probably even a better idea. All right. These are just guidelines. Okay, that's all good. All right, so let's start with this one. Maybe I went a little thick on that, but that's okay, fine. I added the time 1939 here. So it gives us an insight into Corbeau as well. I also there's another clue that I put in here. Oh. It's down here. In each scenario, my ape legion would be unmatched. So here we have, I've used the name the Ape Legion earlier in the comic, and now I'm using it a second time. This should give readers enough clue to figure out who the bad guys are. Okay. There we go. It's always tough when you have a lot of text on the screen. The point of comics is indeed stories. And you sometimes need words to tell a story. All that picture's worth 1,000 words stuff aside, it's just a matter of naming things and explaining things and all that. Nope, how about this one? All right. Broken. Broken right down here. Let's try again. Okay. That time it worked. Flood fill number 2. That one worked, but it's got a lot to clean up. I had a chance to look at a little bit of the old Popeyes this weekend. Whoops. And it's the ones where they have the Chinese parrot going off in search of treasure. It's just a real delight. They're very funny. Okay, that actually works. That looks fine, and even though I don't have much detail here, I could put more in. Let's put that in black. Give me that. Black. I mean, I could kind of add more detail. It's on the wrong layer. Okay. Let's make sure to get on the right layer. This will be like a gauge or something. Let's do a classic checkerboard computer. If there was ever a meme of my channel, checkerboard computers would definitely be on it. So what I'm doing here is a way to sort of fake your perspective. So I created these lines that I think fit roughly in the right angles between these two lines. They're probably not exactly right. But if you can get one that's about right, then you just go between that one and the next one by half. And you can get the next one. Now going the other direction, if you're going towards the vanishing point, remember that it's smaller as it's further away, so you can't use halves anymore. You have to foreshorten, so these squares would be bigger than those squares. Depending on how far away, you may not be foreshortening a lot. This is slight foreshortening. And then finally, I'm just going to put a chunk of black ink here to sort of anchor my composition. I'm hoping it looks okay. I think that looks fine. Oh, I just noticed there's this line right here. I think, could that be? No. Layer 24. Yeah, there it is. We could even put something back there. All right, and there you have it. It's like an oscillator scope or something. All right, not at all happy with this drawing, but let's go ahead and mess with it a little bit. I think one of the problems I have with it is blacking out the goggle lenses make it look too much like sunglasses. And this is a 3/4 headshot, although it's not immediately apparent. So if you didn't know that, you would wonder why that lens is so much bigger than the other lens. So that's my fault. Right. Another thing I did wrong. This is the philtrum. I weakened up his chin too much. Okay. Where's this mustache, you might be wondering? Good question. Oops. I think what I have to remember is that the goggles show more of the bridge of the nose than I was showing before. And here he is in prison. I'm going to give him an unshaven face. I think that brings back a little bit of his mystery here. Although that helmet does make him a little bit look like Captain Chaos. It's Dom DeLuise or something. Alright, at this point I think it's best if we drop the old drawing completely and not worry about it too much. Trying to get this Milt Kniff under the chin shadow happening. Alright, It is what it is. Should I put his collar way up there? Right. Now this is one of the situations where I want to use focus lines. Haven't been used anywhere on the page, but as a there's sort of like a alarm lines, right? To show that the character is alarmed. By something he's just heard. Or realized. In this case, Corbeau realizes that this ape guy is crazy. Here we go. Right. Now if you look at it, if to do alarm lines at this point, we only have a little bit of real estate. We just have this little area back here. I mean, he's taking up most of the page. Most of the panel, rather. But we can still do it. So let's give it a shot. So it's okay to do that. Except this line's a problem. Alright, we'll figure that out. Just have to clean up any excess that we made. And then this is our feathering, hatching, etc. All right. This is a sanity check. We have different size figures. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes, okay. We're going to finish up this final bubble, and we're going to call it a day. Well, it's a day until I have to go back to Moon Knight, right? There we go. I think we got it. Okay. This is the end of this page. Page 10 is done. Please like, follow, subscribe, and stand by, and there will be more comics every day. If I can get this to 12 pages, I got an idea for a way to wrap this story up, and then we're going to go on. I think we're going to do Rabbit Fighter and Iseult next. Haven't done an Iseult story in a long time. It's either that or I'm going to go back to Book of Ruin, one of the two. I might try to do both at the same time. We'll see. I will talk to you later.